G'day, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this edition of MGUY EV News for Saturday the 1st of June 2024. And please make sure you're subscribed and turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video. So it's interesting to see that the regulators, at least in the US, are starting to get interested in self-driving. And they're starting to take a closer look at whether these things are actually safe or not. We've seen investigations started in terms of Tesla and Waymo, and here on Amazon, US agency seeks more details on self-driving Zoox crashes. The US National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said on Friday it is seeking more information in its investigation into Amazon.com's self-driving Zoox vehicles due to unexpected braking that led to 2 rear-end collisions. The agency, which opened its probe into the crashes this month, said it is seeking video of the crashes and documents from Zoox relating to the vehicles. NHTSA said it is concerned that vehicles exhibiting unexpected rapid braking may increase the risk of a crash, and added the risk is particularly acute to road users behind the Zoox vehicles who are unable to reasonably anticipate or react to the unexpected sudden braking. NHTSA said earlier this month it had opened its preliminary investigation of 500 Zoox vehicles with automated driving systems after 2 crashes involving the self-driving technology unit's vehicles equipped with the Zoox automated driving system that resulted in minor injuries to motorcyclists. Each incident involved a Toyota Highlander equipped with the automated driving system, which is being tested in the real world using those vehicles. Tested in the real world. Brilliant. Not that it's completely safe and won't cause problems for people, but it's just being tested on the road in real life. You know what my views on this are, that autonomous driving systems are nowhere near ready for the public road. And hopefully we'll see a judicial interpretation of one of these horrible things at some point. So this is an unfortunate story, but I think we're going to see more of them as EVs become more common. EV goes up in flames, damages home in Los Angeles. Flames from an electric vehicle that caught fire overnight damaged some power lines and scorched a home in the Granada Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles. The fire was reported around 2 a.m. on Rinaldi Street near Haskell Avenue. Firefighters found flames engulfing a Mercedes-Benz, which proved to be difficult to put out. Yeah, it would be difficult to put out. 2,500 degrees C difficult to put out. The electrical nature of the fire made it so intense that firefighters requested additional resources, Stringer News Service KNN reported. Flames from the burning vehicle spread to a nearby home and burned some power lines in the area. It was unclear if power was affected at any of the residences. The cause of the fire was unknown, but what appeared to be a charging cord, or possibly a power line, was seen draped across the front of the vehicle as it was burning. So even BYD, Burn Your Driveway, Burn Your Dealership, is looking at hybrids now because they can see that hybrids are a much better option than pure EVs. New BYD hybrid can drive non-stop from Singapore to Bangkok. BYD unveiled a new hybrid powertrain capable of travelling more than 2,000 kilometres without recharging or refueling, intensifying the electric vehicle EV transition war against Toyota Motor and Volkswagen. The upgraded tech, which aims to put more distance between BYD and its legacy rivals, will be launched in 2 sedans immediately that cost under 100,000 yuan, 19,013 Singapore dollars, the automaker said in an event live streamed from China on Tuesday, May 28 evening. The longer range means some of BYD's dual-mode plug-in electric hybrid cars can cover the equivalent of Singapore to Bangkok, New York to Miami, or Munich to Madrid on a single charge and full tank of gas. Well, excellent, great. I'm all in favour of it. If these things can actually save fuel and be more efficient and reduce emissions at the same time, brilliant, go for it. Hybrids are certainly a much, much better bet than pure battery electric vehicles. The fact that you've got a combustion engine there to get you out of trouble if you need to, but if you're just cruising around, you can use the battery power and reduce emissions. Brilliant. I haven't got a problem with that. So one of the main reasons why you should not buy an EV is the fact that the residual values when you come to resell it are just terrible. Way worse than with a regular petrol or diesel car. Because there is no second-hand market. Nobody wants to buy an EV which has uncertain provenance of how its battery has been treated. And when prices of new EVs are plummeting, it makes selling a used one even harder. And this is exactly what Automotive News is saying. Another hurdle for EV adoption: residual values keep dropping. The challenge of falling residuals and leases that are costlier is that leasing has emerged as a popular way to introduce consumers to EVs. Yeah, well, you certainly shouldn't put up your own money to buy one of these things, because you'll lose half of it within 12 to 24 months. So leasing, yes, that's an option, but now even that is getting more expensive. Offering an attractive lease deal on an electric vehicle is likely to get a little more expensive for automakers in the third quarter. ALG has cut residual values for EVs across the board. Every 2 months, ALG publishes the Automotive Leasing Guide, which provides lenders that finance leases with objectively calculated residual values, the projected future values of a car or other asset. The difference between the price and the residual value, along with interest rates and possible incentives, determines the monthly payment, which is often decisive for consumers. ALG is always monitoring the market, especially wholesale auctions where off-lease vehicles are often sold, and has been trimming residual values for a while this year, said Tyson Jomini, Vice President of Data and Analytics for JD Power, which owns ALG. The reason is straightforward market dynamics. Tesla, the dominant player in the US EV market with more than 50% share last year, slashed prices on its high-volume Model Y crossover and Model 3 sedan. The value of used Teslas plunged in tandem, and so have those of competing brands. Tesla's price cuts put immense pressure on used EVs' value, Jomini said. If used EVs today are worth less than they were a few months ago, it stands to reason that future values, say in 3 years, will be less than one would have thought in the months before Tesla's shift from luxury prices into mass market stickers and volumes. Well, if you've been watching my videos for long enough, you'll know that that's exactly what I've been saying. If you cut prices of new EVs, the used market is going to crash even further. And that's exactly what's happened. And now it's going to be more expensive to lease EVs because their residual values at the end of the lease are not what they were before. Here's a little clip from CNBC which shows the boss of Aston Martin explaining why they're pushing back releasing EVs under that legendary brand name.
Martin's CEO says wealthy sports car owners don't want EVs, at least not yet. Robert Frank joins us now.
You don't want an EV 911?
I do not. It's a Taycan, and I don't.
No.
Okay. I have what I want.
Aston Martin delaying plans for an EV due to a lack of customer demand. A British sports car maker had planned to launch its first EV next year, but Executive Chairman Lawrence Stroll telling me that's been postponed until at least 2026.
You know, we don't want to swim upstream. Our consumer, at least the Aston Martin customer, the high-performance customer, is telling us, look, we're not ready for an electric vehicle, at least not from us.
In fact, the maker of James Bond's favorite ride is doubling down on more powerful engines. It's about to launch a new V12 later this year with over 800 horsepower. It also just launched its new SUV with a turbocharged V8, and it's coming out with more high-powered hybrids. Stroll said he sees no slowdown with the wealthy U.S. consumer. In fact, more customers are paying extra to personalize their cars. That could add over $100,000 to the price. The average price of an Aston Martin now is $316,000. That's the average. Customers are also getting younger. The Aston Formula One team and the growth of the sport in the U.S. has pushed the average buyer from 55 to 42.
Well, it's no surprise that nobody wants to buy an electric Aston Martin. I mean, why would you bother? It's like buying an electric Lamborghini or an electric Ferrari. I mean, why bother? It just rips the heart out of those cars. Why would you bother? Just don't. Just don't. That's just about it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye for now.